Hello, welcome back. It is January 2023, and as you can see, I have Christmas from my last video. I'd intended to post more in December, but I sadly ended up having to put my cat down, and that was pretty tough emotionally, and then I just wasn't feeling very festive, and I spent Christmas mostly just like in my sweatpants eating cheese. So, welcome to the new year. We're gonna do a little weekend vlog, go shopping, hang out with my family, make some soup, and then I want to talk to you about making resolutions, making goals, setting intentions for your year, all that good jazz. There'll be a blog post to accompany it, as always, link below. And then I want to hear from you. Let me know down in the comments, what are you up to this year? Plans, projects, goals, just vibing in sweats, whatever it is, I'd like to hear about it. So, come along while we journey on this weekend. Hi, welcome to Simply Intentional. My name is Katie. I'm on a journey to live my most fulfilling life and hopefully inspire others to do the same. Come along as I figure out my 30s one day at a time, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my adventures. That was my Saturday. It was a really lovely and like slightly magical day. Please excuse the background noise. My dinner is cooking. I was supposed to have dinner with my whole family, but my aunt forgot that I was a delicate flower and it was full of peppers. And I can't have bell peppers or my skin falls off. So I'm making myself a little harvest buttable thing. Let me show you. All right, let's go. A salmon burger. I only have one frying pan right now. Fry cups are messy. Anyways. So I'm gonna do that. I got some rice, and then I'm doing some frozen veggies. I've got broccoli, butternut squash, peas, and then I'm gonna add some tomatoes, pickled ginger, onion. I've got some avocado in the fridge, and then I'm making a sauce with like this dairy-free cream cheese, mustard, and hot sauce. So I will show you the end result. I almost forgot the most important step when making dinner. The wine. How could we forget? I ended up also putting this and then some fresh dill that I grew this summer in the sauce, and it's quite nice. All right, here's the finished product. I put some tomatoes and microgreens on it, and I'm very excited. Oh, hi. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed coming along on my weekend adventures. I forgot to vlog all of last Sunday because I was just like doing stuff. And yeah, so it's actually like the following Saturday now because this week ended up just being really hectic, and then yesterday I was off and read an entire book and took a nap, and that was my day. So here we are. I thought that mid-January would be an excellent time to talk about our New Year's resolutions, our New Year's goals, that kind of stuff. I mean, I said in a post on my blog last year that I don't really set New Year's resolutions. I like to think of them more as like goals, that kind of thing. And so that's what I wanted to chat with you about today. So one thing I would definitely say is that like when you're setting these goals or these resolutions for yourself, like be gentle with yourself. Try and make sure they're lofty and ideal and all those things and like you're getting you where you want to go, but also make sure that you're really gentle on yourself. And you know, big when people always say, oh, I want to lose weight. Well, if you want to lose weight, like try and frame it for yourself. Like maybe not in the idea of like, I just want to be skinnier because I'll be happy. But the idea that, oh, like I want to get healthier. I want to maintain my mobility as I age, that kind of stuff. You want to save more money so you can travel. Like break that down into realistic pieces for yourself. And I just think that it sets you up for more success. You know, like if you were framing a health journey in terms of like those goals that you have long term. Like I know for me, like I like to make sure that I'm moving my bodies in ways that feel good, but in ways that speak to my spirit. Like I hate running. I hate it. It hurts my ankles because I blew them out wearing platform shoes back when I was younger and did a lot of dance. So I don't go running. Don't, you know, like if you like swimming, go swimming. I like yoga and hiking, so I do that, you know. You gotta set yourself up for success and make sure that you're checking in and being realistic and not being too hard on yourself. Like if you decided I want to save $10,000 this year and you look at yourself in December of 2023 and you say, I only saved $7,000. I didn't reach my goal. you saved $7,000. That's pretty impressive. So be kind to yourself when you're doing these kinds of things. But I do also know, and like I always say, like, I don't set New Year's resolutions. I know the idea of like setting these goals or having those kinds of dreams like can sometimes feel like you're being cringy, or that it's just like, you know, really capitalistic to like have these ambitions and drives and goals in your life. And I can argue, depending on like what your motivation for making them could be, like they might be. I think that it's important to make sure that you're setting intentions for yourself that align with your values, and that you really put in the work to like understand what those are before you just start arbitrarily setting goals, maybe because like you read in a magazine or something like that. Like really break down why you want what you want to get, and how you're going to get there. Because if you don't have a plan, if you don't understand why you've made these targets for yourself, then you're not going to be as successful in hitting them. For me personally, this year, I don't have like a ton of crazy things. Like I've got some trips that I want to go on. I've obviously got like some like financial milestones I'd like to hit this year that I'm working towards. But a lot of what I've set as an intention for my new year is really just building on the growth that I started last year. I've been on a bit of a journey that I've brought you along with sporadically on this channel. So thanks for sticking around if you're still watching these videos. But I really just want to continue that work. I think that I've been getting myself into like a really good place mentally, physically, emotionally, and I just want to keep working on that. There are two more things that I definitely want to touch on though when we talk about the idea of self-improvement, New Year's resolutions, and that kind of stuff. And one is, don't frame this as the idea of I need to improve myself. I have to get better year over year. I need to do all this stuff to improve myself, because what you're internalizing when you do that, and I think I've definitely talked about this on this channel before, but when you internalize that thought process, what you're really saying to yourself is, I'm not good enough now, and I'm not worthy now, and all of these things. And that's a really dangerous place to fall into. And I know I'm guilty of it. I know people around me that are in that sort of thought pattern, and it's hard to get out of, and it's hard to watch. And I think if you're aware of it, then, you know, you can help others sort of navigate those pitfalls when you're wanting to grow and wanting to like continue to expand your existence, and however that feels for you, you know. Ultimately for me, so many of my goals relate to self-determination, you know, being able to take care of myself, being the best advocate for myself, and really aligning my day-to-day life with the things that are important to me and the long-term dreams that I have for my life, if you will, you know. So I would say that when you're doing this kind of stuff, it's so important to maintain that integrity with who you are and what you believe in and where you want to go. And I would say the best place to start that, you know, is to understand that we live in abundance. Like, come from a place of gratitude for your life. If you have the time to like sit down and watch this entire video, then I'm going to work off that most of you have a life like I do. You have a place to live, you have food in your fridge, clothes on your back, probably a little bit of money in the bank. And that's an abundance that most people will never experience. And when we recognize that and are aware of it and can be grateful for what we already have, while understanding that there's more we can do for ourselves and our community, then I think that you open yourself up to the abundance that you can have in your life. And I don't want to get all like new agey and woohoo on here, but the universe is an abundant place, and if you are willing to open yourself up to it and you're willing to put in the work on yourself, put in investments into your community, then I think that you really will see that abundance come back to you, and you will understand that we have so much to be grateful for. It's definitely dark out in the world. There's a lot of really, really messed up stuff going on locally, globally. We're facing unprecedented crises. It seems like every day, every day something's unprecedented. Do we remember precedented times? What were those? Anyways, you do a disservice if you go and you sit in that. Like, of course, take time to grieve, take time to work through like complicated emotions about things that are happening to you and to the world around you. But don't let yourself stay resentful and bitter and angry. it's such a disservice to yourself. It's so unkind to yourself, to everyone around you, because there is good stuff going on. And if we can all reach out to one another from a place of wanting to grow and to support one another and to build strong, resilient communities, then we're going to see a lot of great change. Well, thank you for coming along into this journey into my early 2023 and a weird deep dive into my psyche as I ramble about resolutions, as I do every year. So, welcome. I hope you guys are having a great start to your year. Let me know down below, like, what are some resolutions that you have, some goals you've set for yourself this year. Also, I've been practicing doing braids, so these are trash, but send me any links you have for good YouTube braiding videos, because I love YouTube. That's why we're here, right? Anyways, subscribe to my channel if you want to catch this crazy another time, and hit the like button if you enjoyed this even remotely, because it super helps me out. Alright guys, I will catch you like next time, a couple weeks from now. Who knows?